should go. Oh, I should probably move. Well, actually, you guys can't see my screen. I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna use all the space. I have 2 monitors. I got this, guys. Awesome. Hello and welcome to the Robot Loves Kitty house. We are back. And I'm sort of yelling a little. It's because I have headphones on. I started yelling a lot. Hi, guys. I'm excited. So far, this has been an awesome show, and it's gonna keep being awesome because do you see these cards here? This is gonna be amazing. I've already got the rules of the game. Hold your horses. I'm gonna do something weird and crazy. You're gonna freak out. It's all right. Everybody's been playing and earning points and stuff. Well, just so you know, right now, your points are gone. What could be happening? What I'm actually doing is I have saved the currency out into a folder, and it is now no points for you until we have played this game. And what's going to happen is you're actually going to be betting on Billionaire Banshee, which is a card game that is normally not done over the internet. I will introduce you to the developer of this game, and it's gonna be awesome. And you can, it's a physical, actual, like, look, cards, lots of cards. Where's the camera? Cards everywhere. So it's a real physical game. So this is really awesome. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get Razlo coming in just a second. Bam, here we go. Hopefully this doesn't explode.
Yo!
Whoa! Welcome to the Super Show!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Technology!
Yeah! Science! All right, awesome. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself while people kind of peek into chat and prepare themselves for the awesomeness that is going to be playing a card game that's meant for a group of people on the internet?
This will be the biggest group I think to ever play the game for sure.
Breaking records, guys! Woo!
So my name's Razlo. I'm a independent dev. I work by myself. The name of my studio is Game Fun, and this is my first game, Billionaire Banshee. Very simple game. I used to work in video games. I worked at a few different studios, but most notably at Harmonix for 7.5 years. And this is my first time doing my own thing.
So you decided to go from making digital games to making a physical game.
Yeah,
something of note.
so I can't code, and a lot of coders don't want to work for you for free with the promise of eventually making money when you put out a game, as it turns out. So I didn't let that stop me. I was like, I'm making a game no matter what.
That's good. And I'm glad you did because I love this.
Thank you very much.
I was playtesting this live because I'm like, I don't know if this is something that is possible to do streaming. Like, how is this physical game thing gonna happen? And oh boy, guys. Oh boy. I ended up streaming for a couple of hours doing this. So...
Yeah. It was very fun watching with the small crowd, so I'm very excited to see it tonight.
This should be interesting. Are you up for being the subject of the chosen person occasionally and pretending to be single?
Oh, sure, no problem.
Awesome.
I've answered very questionable things to people I just met only seconds ago.
Lovely. Well, this time it's not just going to be to people you've met. It's going to be to just a whole bunch of people lurking on the internet, so they will know all kinds of things. Dun dun dun. All right, so we're starting a little late. So luckily I had set aside a big chunk of time for this, and so hopefully it won't eat into that too much. We'll try to kind of buffer things. The way that this game works, is that something you'd like to explain, or should I like hold up cards and talk to people?
Sure, I can explain the game. So basically, the inspiration for the game is, I'm sure that everyone at some point has been on a long road trip or hanging out with their friends and asking, would you ever date, X scenario? So this is a gamification of that sort of conversation. So for the purpose of the game, everyone playing the game, everyone in chat suddenly, sorry, some of you, is now single and looking for a life partner. And whoever's turn it is, I guess it's my turn right now, is about to meet someone that's an ideal match for them in every way. But they just found out these two traits about them, a perk trait and a quirk trait, that are going to decide whether they can spend their life with them or not. And now we're all going to secretly vote what we think whoever's turn it is going to say.
Right. So the way that this is going to work to make it so that everybody at home can play along is I have created a bet, and which you'll bet whoever the chosen person is, you're going to bet on if you think they're going to pick deny or date for this potential partner that has this quirk and a perk that are because you get one of each of these cards. And so I'm going to open up the bet after I've read the two cards out, and then everyone can bet for about a minute, and then we'll be closing the bets, and whoever wins the most bets, like whoever has the most points at the end of this hour, wins a copy of the game. So deny is the bet ID of 0, and date is the bet ID of 1. That's how this... It was hard to find a program that even did this, but this is a cool bot called Ankbot, and it does it, and it's awesome. So we're gonna do it. I'm super excited. All right. I'm just warning the person who's on next that things are running a little late, so that they're not like freaking out that I'm not messaging them really quickly. All right. So I'm just gonna grab these. Oh, actually, one warning. And actually, also a cool thing to point out. The backs of these cards, do you see how there's a bear on one and a guy in a business suit on the other? There's actual different, like, classifications of cards. And some of them, like the ones with this bear, which is actually, like, wearing leather and holding a whip, are not exactly good for children. So if you are a child and you are watching currently and your parents are going to freak out if you hear the word sex or things regarding that kind of stuff, you should mute or plug your ears and go la 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 the whole time. That's my warning. You've been warned.
Very adult of you.
I try to be responsible. All right, so you want to go first? I'll read these to you.
Sure.
All right.
Go to bed, children.
Yes, children, go to bed. All right, so your perk is they own a super yacht. They love taking exotic trips on it. Yacht is fully staffed. They can afford the yacht. Smooth ride means no seasickness. And the yacht has a built-in hamster circus. So that's that right there. You guys, each card has unique art on it. So I'm trying to show it off on this fancy camera. God.
Okay, I'm going to keep a poker face here so I don't give away what I would say.
That's right, yes. That poker face, you keep it right behind the internet. It's good. And then the quirk that they have, this wonderful yacht owner that you could potentially be dating, they have a foot fetish. They worship your feet. They like smelling and licking your feet. They ask you to wear certain shoes. They like being stepped on, and they need you to participate in their fetish.
Okay.
So, before he answers, he's going to stay silent for a minute. I'm going to open up the betting, and then, well, you guys will bet. And then when Raslo reveals what he thinks is good for him emotionally, he's going to bare his heart to you internet folk.
And to remind people, it was 0. What was 0 and 1?
Oh yes. Hold on. It'll actually.
I'll
Hold
tell
on.
you there.
Oops.
Oh, it tells you right there. Great.
Yes. Did I start it or did I stop it though? Hold on. I broke things.
Seeing started.
Betting started. There we go. Sorry guys, that was confusing. So, if you think that Raslo is totally cool with a yacht owner with a foot fetish, you're going to hit ! bet and then a number to bet. And it gives you bonus payout tokeny things. So you're going to want to bet like 10. The more you bet.
A lot of denies in there.
Yeah, some people don't think that you're okay with foot fetishes. Now, I wonder if they're betting because they think you won't admit that you're okay with having a
Right,
foot
right.
fetish, or if they, or maybe they think that you are the type of person who doesn't like yachts.
I bet if they saw me, the voting would be considerably different.
Potentially, just imagine this green-haired person is actually like a selfie of Raslo, because
Only with red hair.
red hair, yes, a red-haired version.
Less jaundiced.
Trying to get the camera to actually focus on the text, but it doesn't want to. Camera, go!
Camera's strange.
Come on, camera, don't be stupid.
Yeah, I was like focusing on the box there.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, a little better.
Is that any better? At least you can read it says Billionaire Banshee. I don't know. The rest doesn't matter. Alright, so we've got a couple votes in there. Things are coming in. Actually, things are not coming in. What is happening? I broke things?
Have you tested this?
Yeah, I've tested this. Votes aren't
Yeah.
coming in, guys. This is just a test round. Hold on. I'm gonna restart this. Dude. Hold on. Restarting the thingy. But okay, so basically that is how the game works, though. And so we're gonna restart Ankbot because I messed things up. Oops.
Right. If we were playing this in person, as each person revealed their vote, they would be explaining why. So, saying, I've dated weird women in the past, I have no standards, whatever their explanation is for whichever way I'd vote.
Right, yes. So he's going to say why and that it's okay. All right, let's load the Billionaire Banshee bet preset. Your payout is 50%, so that means if you bet 10, you'll get 15. Now let's see if we can do this. Sorry for the confusion, everyone.
Did you lose everybody's monies?
Yeah, I restarted everything.
You didn't lose their monies.
Didn't lose. I lost everybody's monies, but they should be in chat, and so therefore they should be getting more points.
What?
Yeah, that's how it works. They should be getting 15 points. Everyone who's betting 100. You don't have 100. I just started this.
Click on the thing to see if the bets
What
are coming in.
thing? They're not going to come in if they don't have the points. My goodness, this worked just like a little while ago.
That's what I'm saying. It's not working.
Take offline, automatically become a regular, live payout amount. What is happening? Hey guys, it broke things. Oh. Alright, so, alright. Well, let's just play a round or two of this until currency starts showing up, because I don't know why it's not.
Damn you, technology.
It's seeing all of the chat, so it's definitely working. I know, I'm just a game dev, guys! I'm sorry! I don't know what I'm doing. Twitch name. He loves robot. Points 500. Hours 11. Okay, that shows up, and then do I work? I'm just debugging. I'm sorry, Raslo. I'll be quiet. Why don't you chat a little bit more about the development process?
So
and, like, what it was
they're
like
all
doing
they're
the
all on the edge of their
thing?
seats, finding out
know.
if I'm into a foot fetish or not.
I know.
I
It's
can
so.
tell. They want to hear about the hamster circus. They're dying to know.
I know I am. Go ahead and reveal, and we'll try that again in just a minute when all of this comes through.
Sure, I could just reveal this, and then we can try another round after. We can call this a test round.
Yeah, I think that's what it ended up being. I tested it earlier. I don't know why it
Only
didn't
person
work.
in the system.
I added that in manually. It's okay.
So I'll just explain it while you're doing that. So I hate to disappoint all the people that said I would deny this person. I would totally date this person. First of all, we'll go with the perk first. A yacht is kind of wasteful, but the hamster circus totally wins out on that for me. And also we get to travel cool places. I'm down with that. And then the foot fetish thing, if I'm attracted to someone, I'll go with whatever weird stuff they want to do. So I'm okay with that, even if it's not my personal thing. I try to please. So that is why I would say date. So everyone that thought I would do that, you were absolutely right. I bet people that know me would said that I would date.
Well, that's kind of how this game works. Like, you'll get to know people you already
Right.
know a little better.
So for an example, if we do another round with me as the player again, I bet you people will have some preconceptions about me based on how I answered here. So we're getting to know each other, really quick.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. All right, so let's do another round then. These are gone. Also, I love that you chose cats as the voting cards. How
Oh,
did that happen? Like, was that just a random spur of the moment thing?
I was just trying to pick something fun. It could have been like very clinical when it's just like voting cards. So anywhere in the game, I tried to make it something fun. So sexy bears, unicorns, cats. Tried my best to make it every element of the game fun if I could.
I think you did a good job. So that's
Thank you.
awesome. I'm excited.
Appreciate the people in chat saying that they're into it, even with the technical issues. That's
Well,
awesome.
The nice thing is these technical issues actually have nothing to do with the game at all. That's on
They won't
me.
follow you home. They won't follow you home.
I'm doing a horrible job of this. Aha! There we go. It is just populated. Just about everybody in chat has anywhere from 15 to 20 points now. So
Awesome.
we are in the clear. I'm sorry for the trauma.
I expect all 303 of you to know me very well now
That's
when we do this next round.
All right. Oh, yes. Actually, as we're doing this, why don't you post a link to where they can get this game if they're already
Sure.
totally sold?
I can
So,
absolutely do that.
yeah. Before we start a round of voting and the chat just devolves into a whole bunch of ones and zeros.
There you
And
go.
while you do that, I'm going to give you their perk and quirk of your next potential date. Now, Razlo, the perk for your incoming love option. They are a world-class massage therapist. They will massage you if you like. They won't charge you. They can do all styles of massage and the happiest of endings if you like. Boop. So that's the perk. And now, incoming is the quirk. So be prepared.
I'm prepared.
Be scared. For they have insect wings. They are proportional to their body. They can fly with them and they can carry twice their weight, which means so long as you're lighter than them, I guess they can carry you around and fly?
Well, yeah, as long as you're twice whatever their weight is, yeah.
Oh, twice. Oh, right, yes. Well, depending on how small they are, changes
Right.
everything, I guess.
Sure. Yep.
All right, so here we go. So that is the perk is that they're a world-class massage therapist, and the quirk is that they have insect wings. So you now need to think about Razlo, and you have to think about these actual things happening. Are insect wings too weird? Is massage something Razlo cares about?
Right. So you did one round with me already. I said yes to someone with a yacht that had a foot fetish. So would I say yes to someone that would give me massages for free that has insect wings?
Right. And now to bet yes, you type in !bet 1 if you think that they would date, and you say !bet 1 and then a space and then the amount of coins you're betting. And then if you think that he's not okay with dating this person, you have to bet 0 and then the amount of tokens that you believe that is like your confidence level. It's like betting.
Are you noticing a big difference here in the votes now that this is what I was talking about. It doesn't take long before people make preconceptions about you after you've answered one of these rounds.
Yeah.
Last time it was all zeros. There's no way I could handle it. This time they saw that I dealt with a foot fetish, and now almost every person is like, he is absolutely going to be able to handle insects.
They're like, feet, wings, same thing. He's got this.
A lot of people were saying this was a double perk for them.
There you go. Yeah, I mean the flight thing and the massage thing. I can see that. You know.
EIT Terrible says free flights and happy endings. You're not saying no.
Lots of confidence happening. All right, so I don't have an easy way to tell when things are going to end, so I'm just going to say that they're ending now. I'm going to take these cards away, and then I'm going to wait until the stream shows that the cards are missing, and then I'm going to end the betting. So
Okay.
once the cards are gone, you guys, that's
I
when
like
betting
it.
ends.
Seems fair.
I'm trying. All right. So betting is ending. All right, Razlo, what's the verdict?
Okay, so there was 3 of you who thought that I would say deny to that combination. I am going with the majority here. I would absolutely be with a professional masseuse that had insect wings. Tinkerbell is hot as hell, and I'd be with her even if she didn't give me massages. But massages is a huge bonus. I pay for massages right now. Free? You kidding me?
There you go. You heard it here first.
So we're gonna do you next, Alex?
Oh, okay. All right, fine. I'll be next. I'll be next.
They've been seeing you stream all day. I'm sure that they've got your number.
Interesting. Yes.
Do I get to vote too on this one?
Yeah, you can
Awesome.
vote to win your own game.
I'm going against you guys.
Yeah. All right. So with me as the chosen person who's currently single, sorry, robot. The Perk. They own a sex toy factory. The factory makes toys in every category. You can take any toy home. It is a very profitable business, and they will make custom toys based on you. So, that's inappropriate. Good job, Razlo. Am I a prude? Now that's what everyone has to think about. And now the quirk. They are in a band. Interesting that that's a quirk. I guess it's not entirely negative, not entirely positive. It's a quirk. Right. It doesn't say like total horrible thing.
Right.
So they're in a band. What does that mean? They frequently tour or are in the recording studio. Bandmates crash on your couch, and obsessed fans constantly try to sleep with them. Oh, this card idea was by Keith Smith. Kickstarter backer, right? Because this was a Kickstarted game.
Yeah, he's in a band, so he knows.
He knows these things.
He knows how it hasn't worked out for him.
Interesting. All right, guys. So, those of you who have points, this is your time for betting on those points. The betting, hold on, it has not started yet. Hold on, guys. I haven't started the betting. Here you go. The betting is now starting. So, the betting has started. I'm wiggling my fingers in the camera. Timing, lag, and things. So how long did it actually take you to make this game? This is kind of nice, these little pauses. We can actually like talk, developer
Thank
talk.
So I worked on the game for a little over a year to get it all together. It was made a lot easier. That doesn't sound like a long time, and it's not. But it was made a lot easier when I lost my job, because then I could just work on it full time. So that compressed the development time. It was going a lot slower before that.
Oh, so you were currently working at Harmonix?
Yeah, I was working at Harmonix. They had a series of layoffs, and I had dodged so many over the years, but finally got hit by one. And then I said, okay, I was already working on this game, and I said, all right, I guess I'm a full-time indie now.
Fair enough. That's a good way to roll with the punches for certain.
Right.
Because this is out already. I mean,
That's right.
It's a physical game.
Yes.
There's a box. It's out. You've been selling it for how long now?
The game came out in March. I got a few advanced copies that I was selling at PAX South in January. So I have been able to have it at shows before the release date, but it came out in March, and every month I'm at a different convention showing off the game, which is really fun. Love meeting people, getting to play the game with people. It doesn't get old, because as long as I'm playing it with new people, there's always new conversations being had. So I'll be at PAX Prime in 18 days or so. if anyone's going to that.
Oh, sweet. So if you're actually going to be at PAX Prime, that's the perfect opportunity to pick up this game.
Or I'll be at. I'll also be at. I'll go through some of the conventions I'll be at for the rest of the year. I'll be at Chicago Game and Toy Fair. I'll be at Essen, which is the biggest tabletop convention in the world in Germany, and I'll also be at PAX Australia. And I think I'm missing something, but that's all I can think of right now.
On your website, there's like a tour. You have it
Right.
mapped out, right?
Yes, that's right. I haven't added Essen yet because that just got confirmed.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. And is that where you see the majority of your sales, is through these conventions and things?
What typically happens is that I get big bumps in sales at the conventions. Most of the time when people play the game, they like it and end up buying it. And then the other way is through things like this. Whenever there's like a YouTuber or a streamer that does a show on the game, it ends up boosting because people just see other people having fun with it. They can picture their friends and the answers they would give on some of these, and they want to see it themselves.
That makes sense. Awesome. Okay, so I ended the betting in the chat. I realized the smart thing to do is just handle it over text since that's real time. I'm a smart person. So, now the question is, did I pick date or deny on this person that is in a band and owns a sex toy factory?
I said date.
You did?
I thought you'd say date to this.
Interesting. So, I'm actually kind of torn because I don't have anything like entirely against either of these things. And there was a point where I wanted to like be in a band. There's a little part of me that still kind of does. And there's nothing wrong with sex toys, but I feel like the type of person that would do both of these is not the kind of person that I would actually enjoy being with. So it's actually a deny, maybe not for any of the reasons that you would have thought though. But that is the winner, is the deny, which is actually the majority of people in chat.
Deny based on prejudice. I can't believe it, Alex.
I know. It's horrible. I'm a bad person. They'd either be too much of a free spirit for me, or they'd be like too hardcore, or like.
They definitely have a lot going on, that's for sure.
Yeah, they'd be too busy. I'd be lonely. I don't know, but at least I have sex toys to keep me company.
That's right.
Never mind. This children. La 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 la.
Yeah, they're still long. Don't worry. You're
Okay.
safe.
Good.
You instructed them.
All right. We're gonna go for another one. Calvin, do you want a round? You've been lurking in the background.
Sure. why
Yeah?
not?
All right. So now Calvin is the person.
Okay, he's a very private guy. I'm interested to hear this.
Yes. Oh, you have to be 100% honest, Robot. Are you ready for honesty and singleness?
Okay.
Okay. Is everybody enjoying this so far? I feel like this is really fun. We're gonna try to do a couple more rounds of this before too long, so I'm gonna try to speed this up. So get your votes in as fast as you can. So what would a robot say to a potential life mate whose perk is that they are more flexible than a contortionist? They can get in positions quickly, it causes them no pain or damage, they'll only show off if desired, and they can kiss their own butthole. That's their perk.
They don't have to.
my.
It's just that they're capable.
They have the ability. It's not something to do regularly necessarily. It's just they're capable. That's how flexible they are.
Cool.
Now,
Be in a circus.
their quirk is that they wear bread bowls as shoes. They like the feeling on their toes. They won't wear shoes. New bowls are worn every day, and sometimes there's soup inside. How did you think of this one, Raslo? Seriously.
I've worn some strange things on my feet.
All right, so betting has started.
How often is there
Now,
soup inside?
Robot is debating his trouble of how often is there soup inside. Raslo would know. What is
Yeah,
the
it's-
frequency of bread bowls?
You know, it depends, I guess, how early they wake up, or if they get there before the soup's put in or not.
Oh, so Bonzo Apps is asking why the game is called Billionaire Banshee.
Very simple explanation for that. The game is combining a perk and a quirk, so even in the name of the game, they're a billionaire, they're a banshee. That's the perk and the quirk there. The other reason, more of a markety reason, is that if I called the game something to do with like a dating game, and I'm at a con and I'm trying to get a bunch of dudes to play a dating game with me, I'm not going to say that I'm an unattractive soul, but I don't tend to get a lot of heterosexual men flocking to play dating things with me. So by kind of obscuring that a little bit, they go, what is this game? And then they play it, and most people are into it after they play it. But I think there's a stigma with saying something's like a dating game. So.
Well, that makes sense, actually. That's a really smart decision, I think. People are very quick to judge based on a couple of words.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I expect
What kind of
clam
soup are we
chowder.
talking? That's so funny.
All right, so get your bets in, people. I'm gonna warn people in chat because we're gonna wrap this one up and go for the next one. I'm so bad at typing right now. My brain is complete mush.
I don't blame you at all.
Glowing ending.
You know that you've put a lot of pressure on yourself because you said in chat that nothing would be a secret, so now you have to get it right.
That's right. No secrets.
And the amount of married couples that have told me before they go to demo the game that, oh, we know everything about each other, and then have failed miserably, has got to be at least a 70%.
Yeah. Well, there's some things that you just never ever thought you'd
Right?
have to ask yourself.
You never
Like,
thought about the
Red
contortions
Bulls?
of Red Bull shoes.
what? I've never had this option before.
This game asked the hard questions.
Mm-hmm. It's tough, man. It's hard questions to answer. All right. So here we go. The betting has stopped. Betting is stopped. Robot?
Deny.
No!
Oh, wow.
Really? Contortionist
so
and Red Bull is
here's the
not a
thing.
thing.
Here's the thing, is that I really don't like soup.
He actually
I don't
doesn't.
like-
I
I
can
don't-
confirm
I
that.
don't like eating soup.
Doesn't like soupy
I
sauces.
don't like smelling soup.
That's why your concern was how often is there soup in them.
Yes.
He kind of gave away his answer, I guess, a little bit when he was talking about it.
Well, he did ask in a very robotic, monotone type voice
That's
to
true.
kind of not give it away.
He'd have a good poker face for this game.
So, those of you who bet on Deny have been rewarded appropriately for the level of stake that you place in it. Is this fun on the internet, guys? Is this okay? Is this good? Do you want me to just stop doing the chat interaction? Do you hate it? I'm learning too, because I think I could do this a bunch. I could have like billionaire Banshee night all the time.
I appreciate that.
It's so much fun. All right, we're doing another one. Calvin, you want to do it again?
Sure, why not? It's fun.
All right. Yeah, see? Even robots having fun.
It's even fun to robots.
Also, very interestingly, so far, Robot is the only one that people have had like almost even bets on which way people
He's
would
hard
go.
to guess. He's hard to guess for sure.
Mystery man. He used to be even more of a mystery. When I first met him, he had a super long black trench coat.
He come out of like dark alleyways.
All right, we're gonna be asking you some hard questions. Are you ready, Robot? All right, so here we go. They own a private island made of chocolate. This is definitely a perk card. The temperature is controlled so it doesn't melt. Any elements eaten get rebuilt. No one else lives on the island, and the chocolate doesn't go bad. So that's a lot of awesome right there if you like chocolate.
It's not soup.
Not soup, yeah, no soup. And it's temperature controlled so the chocolate isn't even squishy. Right? So there you go, that's not soupy either.
It's a cold climate.
However, the quirk is they want to eat one of your toes. They ask about it constantly. They won't eat it without your consent. If you let them do it, you get to pick which toe. They would cut it off, then eat it, and they would never bring it up again. So, how important is a mountain of chocolate? Or an island of, yes, a private island made of chocolate versus one of your toes?
Now remember, Robot, that outside of this, they're an ideal match for you. So this is the most attractive, best personality outside of maybe this toe obsession that you've ever met.
Yes.
The other thing is, this is one of the only cards in the game that has a quirk that, if you went along with it, you would negate it and then Thus, they would be simply just the perfect person. Assuming you didn't hate the perk.
Adorable says, "Don't you dare pick cannibalism over soup."
People get real angry when they can't, figure out in their brain how someone else's brain thinks. It's very fun.
If someone kept asking me to eat one of my toes, I would run for your life. See, and that would be your answer, Ledger. So what does robot think?
I've had a lot of guys say that they could just drown out the person talking.
Just
So, it wouldn't matter to them.
it could be. Yeah, it's tricky. That's right, because they won't like forcibly eat your toe.
Right,
It's just something
same.
they're really excited and interested in. All right. Voting ending soon, guys. Get those votes in.
You can make new toast made out of chocolate.
Finray, that's awesome. Like new toes.
That's thinking
out of
outside of the box.
Oh man, that's beautiful. All right, let's get like another handful of these going. So we're gonna do this quick. We're gonna try to do a couple more runs of this. I'm gonna stop the betting.
After this, we're gonna find out something about one of these weird chatters.
Yes, then we're gonna do a couple from chat, and then we're gonna have to go because time just flies super stupid quickly over on this.
It's true.
All right, so I am going to stop the betting. Boop! It has stopped. And the verdict of the chocolate private island with someone who wants to eat one of your toes.
So like, here's the thing. Chocolate Island sounds pretty great. It's a remote place. The temperature sounds like kind of climate. But somebody who wants to eat toes, they've got something to
No, you
Controversial
deny.
opinion.
Oh, you couldn't quite hear him. He's saying chocolate islands sound great and everything, but somebody who wants to eat one of your toes has something wrong with them, basically. All right, all of you denier voters, you have been awarded a thing. So we're going to really quickly run it's not actually a giveaway. It's a vote for whether or not you get, like, if you want to actually be the person who's doing the voting on if you're the chosen person who's dating. That's the words.
Yeah, who wants to reveal more information about themselves in chat?
Right, yes. Who wants to reveal more information about themselves in chat? Because you can now do that. I think that should have worked. Did it go up? Yes. Giveaway for a date has started. I know it says thanks, Dev, still, but that's because I'm too lazy to change it. So if you want to be the person that gets quizzed and revealed cards at, now's your chance. Let's see. All right. Doing this real quick. Oh man. Thanks, Dev. It's not sarcastic. Robot. No, it's good. Good. Thanks, Devs. All right, it slowed down, so I'm gonna assume that that's pretty much no thanks, Devs. Thanks, Bonkman. All right, gonna stop the entries. Bam. Pick a winner. Jevon, the winner is you. Awesome. He comes into our chat all the time, actually.
Awesome. That's
So
great.
he will be prepared. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna hide chat. Jevon, when you have the answer for this, PM it to Kitty Loves Robot. Here, I will post in chat so that you know. All right, going back to the mini game, resetting it. All right, here we go. These are your choices. You decide what is your future. Okay. Oh, I keep putting one upside down and it's the wrong one. All right, Jevon, Nobody knows anything about him other than the fact that he has just posted an emoji in the chat.
Says a
Other than
lot.
that, you don't know anything. So, the perk for your potential life mate is that they wear, like, whoa, sexy clothes. It's conservative or outrageous, and lots of different outfits, all sexy. So that is the perk for your potential life mate, Jevon. Now for the quirk. Perhaps you're prepared for this. Maybe you've, like, I don't know, watched some movies about people who wear sexy clothes. But this one also happens to be a werewolf. They change every full moon. They're okay with being locked up. They can't make you a werewolf, and they cannot control themselves when in werewolf clothes. So, would you, for real, date a sexy werewolf? This is the question that everyone is asking themselves right now. So, here we go. We're going to start the betting. Bet away, everyone.
What kind of clothes do you think Jevon would like to see a werewolf in?
Now that is a tough question.
I'm picturing like a fluorescent orange thong,
Oh my goodness. Woof. Yeah.
parting the fur.
To offset like that kind of silver gray with like
Right.
slight like little sprigs of kind of brownish colors.
Yep.
Always.
But they're not always a werewolf. That's true too. Only on the full moon.
Sure.
They're gonna eat you.
Is Jevon a furry? Yep, there you go. That would also alter the outcome for certain. Look at all these bets.
It's
People
only
are
during full moons though, so if maybe a furry would be disappointed.
yeah, it's tough. It's also it's also only just on the full moon. So if you're like not into that kind of thing, it's not a super huge deal. They don't mind being locked up, so you can kind of just hide them in your basement when it happens. It's easy to predict because you know when a full moon will be. And yeah, that quirk could totally be a perk, and that perk could totally be a negative. That's
Right.
one of the really cool things about this.
Yeah.
It could go either way for anybody.
Yeah, I'm making no personal. People think I'm making personal judgments in the game. I'm making no personal judgments when I label something a perk or quirk. I'm just making a guess. Like if I were to poll, everyone in the U.S. or the world, what do I think the average person would say? Obviously, that differs pretty greatly from what the average gamer would say.
All right, so we're probably going to have. Did Calvin? Did he PM Robot Loves Kitty? Because I didn't get it.
Oh. Yes, he did.
So
Jevon said
can
he
you
sent
check in
it.
the chat? Yeah, he says he sent it, but I didn't get it. So I don't know.
How did he send it?
I don't know. Did you PM Kitty Loves Robot, Jevon? We're so confused and lost and lonely and scared. Did he send it to you?
Well, I'm looking.
Robot is slow. It would be highlighted, I think, if you did it. So, I think we're gonna make one more game through of this. A playthrough of this, and this is your last chance, guys, because whoever has the most meows at the end of the next row is going to be the owner of a physical copy of this game, assuming you are willing to give us a shipping address.
Yeah, Ben's saying you could just say it in chat since the voting's ended.
Yeah, actually I haven't ended the voting. I should do that.
You could end the
I
voting and then
stopped.
you can answer.
Yes.
I want to
Aha!
hear.
He would date. There we go.
Oh, can you give an explanation, Jevon? I'd love to hear what about this appealed to you.
Indeed. Yes, this is where the learning starts.
You can find out about your regular chatter here. Oh, thanks for the people saying they're gonna buy it at Amazon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Support the dev. You're also a dad, right?
That's
so you're
true.
not just supporting a dev, you're supporting a mini dev too.
Yeah, I stay home. I do a stay-at-home dad thing during the day when my son takes a nap. I work on the game, and then when he goes to bed at night, I work on the game until like 3. So I'd still get like a full 8 hours of work in. It's just very strange.
It's I don't have children yet. I imagine that it's something that gives you much higher efficiency. In a sense, I've heard that a couple times. Like, you don't realize how much free time you have till you have a kid.
I mean, I don't think that everyone could run on the little sleep and deal with a crazy kid running around all day and all that. But luckily, I happen to be a person that's okay with not a ton of sleep.
That works. Oh, and so Jevon's answer is that it doesn't sound like too much of a hassle, and like WoA is just like WoA. Can't
Good
beat WoA.
explanation.
Yeah, it's good reason. So that means date people 1. Pick as winner. Woo!
Jevon's responsible enough to pay attention to the moon phases.
That's right. Yes. All right. So we're gonna do one more of these. Those of you who are racking in the points, this is
Who's
your
it gonna
chance
be
to bet your
next?
points. You could lose them all if you bet too many, or you could be the biggest winner of winning this. And then we're gonna switch over to another awesome game. You guys are gonna freak out, called Hacknet, which Calvin is gonna play because he's a robot and it's hacking, so it just makes sense. Okay. Who should we do this with? Should we? I'm gonna do another one myself. It's easiest, and I only got to go once before, and Robot got to go
Alright.
twice, and that's not fair.
They kind of remind you of your first answer. You said you would deny the person who's in a band who, what was
They
the...
had a sex toy factory.
Right, the person in a band at Sex Toy Factory. So if people are just jumping in and want to get an idea of how Kitty has answered previously.
Indeed. Oh my gosh, I love this combination. This is gonna be kind of fun. All right, so guys, remember, this is an actual real copy of the game on the line, so be smart with your voting, your betting, or whatever. Would I, Kitty from Kitty Loves Robot, an indie dev, a female with flowers in her headphone, ducks on her shirt, and raindrops, and the back of it says like "piss off" or something. I don't remember. Would I, with this perk and this quirk, would I date this person seriously? They can use mind control. They can only control one mind at a time. They won't use it on you. The person controlled is not aware, and they are willing to use it for your game. So, full-on, actual mind control person, psychic person kind of thing as a life partner. But there's a quirk involved. My goodness, what could this be? They have Tourette's. They can't control it. They won't take meds. They won't just stay home. They make noises, use swear words, and racial slurs. Alright. So I'm going to try to withhold my own speculation since I'm gonna just... This is an actual real copy of the game on the line, so I'm not gonna mess things up and give people any kind of cues as to whether that's good or bad. I'm just completely poker-faced here. Razlo, feel free to speculate as you will, or you can use this time to what's the word? Talk. There's the word.
Talk.
Yeah, this is your time to like promote yourself
Sure,
one last time and get
throw
things.
up a
going.
series of links here. Boom, links. You can get your own unicorn shirt on BreakingGames.com. You can go on Amazon and pick up the game, or buy it on BreakingGames.com. You can bug your local game store, tabletop store, to carry it. I appreciate that. Or Board Game Cafe. Do the work for me. I really love that. In terms of this combination, I'm more thinking about how much I would love Kitty to have Tourette's than I am about the potential date. But I don't know. It's hard to say whether I think she'd use mind control for her own personal game. It would certainly make being an indie dev easier. You'd get like publishing deals left and right. You know, people you'd do a stream. People are instantly buying your game. That'd be pretty good. So the other thing is that so I'm working on an expansion of this game. People buy it and end up liking it.
Mm.
Um, I was originally hoping to have it out by the end of the year, but we'll see. I try to get 3 cards done a day on any card game that I'm working on, but I'm also working on a new game called Re-Extinction that is a dinosaur cockfighting game.
What?
Um,
Wait. Dinosaur? What?
so let's say that people resurrected dinosaurs to have them battle each other, and that was the sole purpose they resurrected them. That is the basis of the game. So everyone has a in this case a Tyrannosaurus that is right in front of them, and that's 3 cards high, and each card they pick up is like a defense card, but it's a card that your dinosaur physically wears. So let's say you want to defend yourself, from alien mind control. Someone plays a hazard that's alien mind control. You can, if you have the tinfoil hat card, you can put that on your dinosaur and protect yourself from that. And then you get to see your dinosaur looking really dumb, which is very fun, hopefully.
Wow. You mentioned the tinfoil hat. Now I totally remember having a conversation with you when you brought me the game
Yeah,
about it. It just,
yeah,
I was re-excited all over again.
yeah. I printed up, a test version and play tested it at Gen Con, and I should have a actual professional printed demo version at PAX Prime if anyone stops by the Add Magic booth. So even if you've owned Billionaire Banshee and you're sick of playing it, there's still a reason to check out that booth.
That's awesome. That is super cool. All right, let's decide, guys. The betting has stopped. So the question is, would I date someone that can use mind control and has Tourette's? Now I sat here. I actually ignored you a tiny bit, Raslo, so that I could
That's
really
fine.
think about this. Because I was like, man, Tourette's is. I mean, they can't help it. It's not their fault. But would it be okay to be an indie dev with somebody that makes noises, uses swears and racial slurs? Like, how would that work? Would I have to not let them come to shows with me? I don't know. And then they can use mind control. I'm like, well, I could use this for good or evil.
Right.
How evil do I want to be? Do I even want that temptation?
It's tough.
Or can I do good? And so, what I realized is obviously if I could do mind control with a little bit of money and a little bit of travel, we could have world peace. And
Oh, wow.
and regardless of dealing with the Tourette's and all the strange awkwardness that might come about, I would totally date this person and encourage them to use their mind control for good.
You're the first person I've ever played this game with that has turned the mind control card into something that's going to help the world and not themselves.
But really,
Yes, definitely.
I'm a good person, guys. I win. I win the things. So those of you who bet date, bam! Check out that. You just got extra points.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. All right, so I'm going to take a moment, look through all of everybody's currencies, and tell you guys who the winner is of all of the points. That is not me, because I went through and tested things and added a bunch of points to myself. So far, AC Wraith has 148. That's the highest I'm seeing. Alex Expalin, 175. Oh boy. Does we have anything that beats 175? Oh, Coconut Avocado has 265.
Wow.
Do we see anything higher than 265? My goodness. 198, that's not higher. 284. Ralzarak in the lead. 329, Spectrum N8. Oh, who I know. Interesting. He's done well. Spectrum N8 is in the lead with 329. It's like I'm actually calling out a race. It's kind of fun. 329. Do we see anything higher? Ooh, man. XX Pego almost beat him out. That was close. 329. No. Spectrum, you are the winner.
So just PM me. It's I'll put my name here in chat.
Spectrum, this is awesome. I am excited for you. This is going to be an awesome game. You should play it with your mom, and you should record it. Maybe you can take out the... That's the other really cool thing, just for anyone who didn't check out the stream right when I was starting it. The backs of these cards... here, I'll show you here. The backs of these cards, these are all perk cards, but there's actual different backings on them. And those backings actually signify what type of question it's going to be. And so if you're playing it with your mom, you'd probably go through the deck and just take out all of the ones that have the bear and leather.
As
And
one,
then it's not so bad.
yeah, as one word of warning, even physical games have bugs. There is one sexy card that is labeled as a reality card. And so it is that they want to have sex with you in a bear costume. So that one,
Surprise!
you could potentially surprise your mom with. If you
Yeah,
don't look
that-
certain.
Yeah, be prepared. Prepare your heart.
That's fixed in the second printing, but I'm giving away the first printing, so too
Well,
bad for you.
Yeah, it's free, no complaints. And if you bought it, that's your own fault.
I've noticed a difference in different cons too.
Oh yeah?
The PAX cons, a bunch of perverts. They specifically hunt out the sexy cards, and Origins the most conservative. I had a guy who was going to have nightmares because of the pizza nipples card,
What?
which is so tame.
That's so goofy and fine.
I
It's
was like-
fine.
I was like, I'm glad that you did not see what else is there if that's giving you nightmares.
Yeah. Man.
Thanks everyone for playing, and thanks for having me on the stream. Very fun.
Thank you so much, Razlo. This is an awesome game. I'll probably try to give you a heads up if I ever do, like, recover from the Super Show
Yeah.
and stream the game more.
We should
Because it's
hang
really
out and
fun.
play it in person too,
Yeah,
since we're
That'd
local.
be awesome. Yes.
Sometime after
should
work
have
or
a-
something.
A game night. That'd
Yeah.
be fun. I'd love to do that. Because, yes, amazing. He actually lives like 10 feet away practically. Which I didn't even know that you existed, Razlo. So I'm glad that this Super Show happened. I made some
Yes,
friends. It's good.
absolutely.
All right. Thank you again, Razlo. Feel free to like slap a whole bunch more links in the chat again for anyone who feels like buying this game, because they should. Just so you know, we went through this many cards, like to see this tiny little thing, and there were this many more to go. So there's like a lot.
There's a lot,
There's
yeah.
a lot. You are definitely
Over
getting your money's
200.
worth.
Over 200, which means, you know, with the combinations that it's well over 400 combinations.
Yeah.
So the
and
chances of the same person's getting the same, you know, traits twice in a row is
There's-
very unlikely.
there's also blank cards, so if you come up with something really good, you can do it yourself. Pretty cool. All that jazz.
And hit me up on Twitter at Razlo if you want to hear about other stuff I'm doing.
Woohoo! So that's a thing. We did it. You did it, Razlo.
Thank you for streaming. I know it's unconventional to do a tabletop game. It requires a little extra work on your part, so I really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do more physical games, because I know how hard it is to get people to discover them. It's just a whole different level of challenge. All right, I'm gonna find Skype because I don't know where I put it, and I'm gonna switch over to the next person.
All right, I'm disappearing.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Leaving the cuddle basket and off into the dark, cold internet he goes. Woo. Bam. There we go. Awesome. All right. Starting up the next stream super quick. Gonna try to make up for lost time here. This has been quite the adventure. Gonna start the call now. Grab the screen in just a second. Here we go. I didn't warn him. I hope he... I talked to him just a moment ago, so hopefully this is good.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it worked. Hello. Hello, Matt.
How are you?
Welcome to the Super Show.
Thank you.
I'm a little frazzled. It's near the end of the stream, so I'm pretty exhausted.
I am not frazzled.
Yeah, it must have been intense.
Okay.
It's been awesome. I've been loving every moment of it.
Excellent. Should I be having the stream up on this extra window?
If you would like, you'll end up seeing about a 20-second delay, but you're going to also want to mute the stream. There's like a little spot where you can mute it.
Yeah, and I got that under control, don't
Okay,
worry.
awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good. All right.
Usually when I've done this before, we'll like set up like a video call, Skype. I don't know. But this is cool. This works too.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. I'm actually going to let Robot handle this because he actually is like a programmer and hacking things is like the coolest thing ever. So
Right on.
I'm gonna let you take over, Robot.
Oh, you're gonna make it work? Oh,
You
you're gonna
hit-
launch
hit-
it and
hit
everything?
play.
Okay.
I'm just you're sitting there and squishing me, so I wanted to move. So why don't you start just to like get things going a little bit? I do apologize for things running a little late. Everything kind of just stacked up on
Yeah,
itself.
no problem. The stream's been really cool, so yeah, no worries.
But just tell us a little bit about yourself and this game. How many people are involved? Like the general intro stuff.
Alright, cool. Well, my name's Matt. I'm from Australia. I'm making Hacknet pretty much on my own, as much as you can make a video game on your own these days. I made a prototype of it about 3 years ago in a game jam and sort of put that out on IndieDB, and got really popular and people loved it. And so I kind of secretly behind the scenes, at the end of that demo I said I was quitting development on the game to work on other things because I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. And yeah, and I got a lot of emails. I still to this day get a lot of emails of people that say they really love it and wanted me to keep working on it. So I kind of did, and I've been working on it for a few years now on my own, and it's going to be out in like 3 days. And it's all been pretty crazy.
Wow.
Is this the latest version? It doesn't have the multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer's been stripped out for the first Steam release because it wasn't good enough.
I
There's
didn't
gonna be.
get a chance to try it.
I can send you a super secret preview at some point if you guys
Okay.
want to show that. But we're basically planning on having a patch pretty soon after release that comes with like Mac and Linux support and like patches in multiplayer and hopefully mod support and workshop support and stuff like that. So that stuff's all coming. But yeah, really wanted to make sure that the first release was as polished and as good in the single player like core experience as we could. And I ran into some issues with like input hooks and stuff for the Mac and Linux versions, and I just didn't feel like I'd be able to make it the like best experience it could be. So we're gonna delay that until it like feels really done and then put out those sort of things.
So,
That's a good choice, I think.
I love this game.
Yeah?
Like, so much.
That's really awesome. Yeah.
It is like the kind of it is the kind of fun that I like to have. So this is like totally my thing.
Awesome. Did you
I
ever
like
play
this- Okay, sorry.
Did you ever play the 2012 version? Or is this the first one you've seen?
This is the first one I've seen.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah,
You
the
don't even know
music's
what's coming
coming.
then.
Yeah, hold
That's
on.
exciting.
Yeah.
So
I'm just fixing things. I'm sorry. Bam. Music is off.
click on the Hacknet thing again.
Hold on. I have like. Okay, hold on.
Music will just be starting now.
Where'd it go? There.
Okay.
Yeah? We've
So-
got music coming.
I've played through this, but whatever was up on Steam, like when there was the multiplayer stuff in
Yep.
it, I've played through that. Is this different?
Wait, have you just got the new Steam version now?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay, that's kind of cool because I put out I moved it from being the press demo to being the full version of the game like last night. This
Oh.
might actually be the first time it's ever shown on stream.
Oh, like the full version of
That's-
the game. That one,
yeah.
I'm extremely
That's very
excited because I can't wait to.
Calvin played the demo and he was like, "It's over."
Yeah, it was
No.
so sad. I'm gonna actually turn this volume down a little bit so I can hear you a little better.
Cool, yeah, Hitch talking about the piano intro. This is kind of, there's so much about the early game of Hacknet that's just gone through like a billion revisions because what it's trying to teach in a really short amount of time is really like scary and complicated to a lot of people. And it really came through showing it at conventions a lot where people would just like be completely turned off by the whole terminal thing. So this has gone through like a million revisions to try and make that easier. But one of the things that was in there from the start was this song that's playing called Revolve. And the original version that was in the older one, like I loved so much, and I tracked down the guy that made it and tried to license it for the full one. But I couldn't because it used all these like commercial samples. So this is the remix that he did like using only his own samples and stuff so that I could use it in the game, and it changed it. He changed the intro to this like soft piano thing, but I think it worked out really well.
So yeah, this is a bit different from what I played before.
Yeah.
Yes, for the system. For it to
You gotta disconnect.
disconnect.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stream on delay, so I'm not actually
Yeah.
sure what you're up to. But
So, do I want to go into my own computer?
yeah, probably. So just click on the green node and disconnect from it afterwards. Yeah, there you go. You'll be fine. The tutorial's just gone through a lot of revisions, but it's still not quite good enough, I think. I'm not sure. It's still something that I want to keep working on even after release, but it's a really delicate thing.
It's very, very hard to explain how to do something that you know really well how to do.
Yeah, it's partly that. But it's also that like a lot of the steps in this are really simple, right? You're just typing one word, and it's not that hard to remember the word, and like a lot of the like tricks and stuff in the UI will like push you towards knowing what that word is. It's not that hard. It's more like intimidating, if that makes sense. Like it's not something you're used to learning or used to feeling comfortable with learning. Robert, you've connected to yourself again, so you might want to like click on the blue one and then try port hacking that.
Yeah, don't port hack
It
yourself.
has locked me out of stuff.
Scan.
Can I click up here? I can. Why is it locking me out of that?
Whoa, what have you done?
Yeah, I totally messed it up.
Robot
Oh
broke
god,
everything.
okay,
Broke
I
it.
can get you through this. You gotta type in scan,
Type in scan.
yeah, and then type in connect and then space whatever IP address came up in scan.
I love it. This is like tech support for real computers.
Yeah, it's all kind of awkward. It's kind of tricky to do this on delay, but I'm sure it'll work out. But yeah, like stuff like this with the intro sequence can get a bit tricky when people aren't like in that headspace where they've got all their hacker stuff going on. And they're not like thinking about the commands. They're thinking about what they want to do. And that's all the game sort of tries to push you towards. But yeah, it'll hopefully work out pretty well. I'm getting a lot of good responses from the first versions that have come out.
So this game is obviously not really geared towards casual players.
Yes, sort of. I don't know how to describe it, I guess. It doesn't really fit into most normal categories, I guess. Someone called it a point-and-click adventure, which I thought was pretty cool.
A point in
But, or it's like, it's half point-and-click adventure, half text-based adventure. But,
It's very interesting because it's got this very text-based interface that's using a lot of kind of technical terminology and like you're doing like some actual things like
yeah,
ports
like
are
all
a
these
thing.
commands are like real to the extent that they can be, right?
right.
So after you've played through Hacknet, you should be able to just open up a terminal on the Link's computer and be able to do things that are useful and not be sort of scared of it and think it's crazy. It's like meant to teach you that that's not something you should be scared of. It's just like another tool. Yeah, but it's not really for casual people, I guess. I don't know how to describe it better than that. It's
If you're a programmer,
It
I think
is-
you probably
yeah.
freak
Well,
out. Or if you're
so-
an IT guy.
Or if you like spent some of your teenage years getting into systems that you weren't supposed to get into.
Potentially. Or
Yeah.
if you're a huge fan of like sci-fi movies.
Yeah,
I can
or-
see this getting like
So
all kind of exciting.
what I got excited about was at the end of the demo where it like really started to get serious. I
Yeah.
was just like, oh man, I need more of this. I was ready to type this stuff in really fast, and I've only got to do that one thing, and I don't know. It was just,
You were
I
ready
was
for
ready.
more.
I was totally ready. For
yeah.
more.
All right, effective teaser.
I think this is definitely a niche game, but it's the kind of niche where like anyone who sees it and is interested in it is gonna like freak out about it.
I really hope so, but it turns out that niche is like enormous, which is really good news for me. But
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of people that have like seen and played the original, and like the trailer's doing really great.
That's awesome.
It's kind of niche, but I've put like a lot of work into making it approachable. Like if you just think it looks cool and you want to feel like a hacker, the game will teach you how to do that as long as you give it some focus and time. And that sort of sounds a bit demanding too, but I think more don't be scared of it if you don't feel like you're in the niche but you still want to give it a shot. It's geared to you.
Interesting.
So I also really love the story here. Like, this is just, there's some cool sci-fi stuff going on here, and I was very intrigued and wanted to know more.
What is it that it's just like read a tiny clip of it so that we can kind of get an idea of what you mean by that.
A tiny clip of
He's looking at a letter right now, and I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get him to read a little bit.
Right now I'm trapped. There's no way out, not enough time, and I need your help. There's something you need to take care of first. The faster the better. You know, so it's like there's somebody out there doing something.
Who sent you this message?
This bit guy, and they are getting you to do all the hackering.
Yeah, there are a couple of like people and I guess like characters or agents. Some of whom are alive, some of whom aren't. Some are like active, and some you just talk to their like responders and computers and stuff. But yeah, there's like stuff going on, and that's like a feeling I really wanted to push in the game. Like at the moment you feel like most alone, and like your actions aren't really doing anything. They're just computers, and you break into them. Is when you're like the most vulnerable. And there's a point at which you don't get to in the demo that really I think you'll really like, that tries to make that very obvious. I won't like spoil too much.
So Bonozo Apps is asking about where they can buy the game.
Oh, cool. So it's out on Steam, and I'll post the website into chat.
Sorry,
Yes.
kills.
But yeah, so it's out on Steam. It'll be released on the 12th, which is in like 3 days, which is terrifying, but it's all going pretty well. It should also be on Humble Store and maybe GOG and a whole bunch of European game sites. So there should be a lot of good ways to get it, but if you're like me, then Steam still no matters.
Awesome. It's nice to have a bunch of options, but it does seem like Steam is like the big one.
It is really the big one. Although Steam's got some weird stuff going on lately where they're letting in like everything.
Yeah.
So Steam's opening up a lot.
Yeah, the whole green light thing that's been going on has definitely changed the marketplace there drastically, and it seems
Yeah,
to still
it's-
be changing. So,
Well, I think it's kind of cool. I think they're moving towards community curation. So then it's not curated by Steam as a company anymore. It's meant to be curated by the people that have like that you follow. And I really like that idea. But we're going through like the awkward transition phase at the moment, so the marketplace kind of looks crazy.
yeah, we're also like once you reduce that gate, once it's being curated by the community, like it's impossible to gauge things by like a game releasing and checking it out, because more games release in a day than you'd be like, able to actually give your full attention to.
Well, I mean, that's always sort of been the case, right? And I think Steam's just pushing towards this means of curating all that, so you can subscribe to channels where you see the stuff that you're going to be interested in, and like, then it's like an approachable amount, right? And then the people that are in the niche that would want to check out Hacknet get that pushed in front of them instead of
Right.
a whole bunch of stuff they don't. So it's a good idea. We're just getting there, and it's sort of awkward. But I mean, I'm on Steam, so it's cool. It works for me, and it works for everyone likes that.
Yeah, I totally.
I actually just finished doing all the Steam trading card backgrounds and emoticon stuff today, so that's kind of cool. I've never really been that into it, but it's nice seeing like the back end of it and how it all fits together. So that's pretty cool. If you're into that, then yeah, we just added that too.
That's awesome. Hacknet's gonna have cards. What kind of art did you end up coming up with? Or is it a lot of like little just text blurbs
There's-
on the card?
The actual art for the game is kind of like a weird process because I'm not really an artist, and I contracted some artists to do a lot of logos and websites and stuff for companies in the game. But a lot of it's this weird digital sort of thing. Like I really like making patterns and sequences that the computer wants to make in a lot of ways. Like the visualizer in the bottom left is like stuff reading the memory of like the music that's playing, and all the programs that you run have some weird ties into like how the data for those programs like looks, and then it would just visualize them in certain ways, and a lot of that just looks cool because data's cool. But so I do a lot of like work with that, and that's how the game sort of gets its look and feel. And the art from that sort of pulled from a lot of the logos of companies in the game, and a lot of the like computer icons and security bits and pieces as like the big set pieces, and the backgrounds are my sort of like digital art stuff. So I think it turns out looking pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I think it's pretty awesome. As for Slushy, I'm kind of planning on putting on itch.io maybe, depending on how that all works out. I'll talk to my publisher about it. It's weird having a publisher now because I can say stuff like that.
Yeah. But for the longest time, you were just doing it by yourself.
For like years, and it sounds weird to say that, right? Because I am still just sort of like sitting in my study working on this game, coding all day, and it's just me and this colossal thing that's like gotten so big that, yeah, I have other people that just help with marketing stuff and like pushing it to other stores, and there's so much work to do in doing the release parts of the game that aren't actually finishing it. Everyone says to you like, oh, you're gonna put this in, you're gonna do this, and I'm like, man, I've got to record footage for a trailer today, and then I got to change this website. Like, I'm gonna have time to make the actual game, right?
Yeah.
So it's good having some people to help out with that side of things, and I really just wanted to like make the game as good as it could be, and like having people to let me focus more on that has really helped.
No, that makes sense. Getting more time to focus on the game is always good. So can you just to everybody who's watching who has no idea what's going on, can you just kind of give like a kind of just a rough explanation
You want, like, the
of what
elevator
robot
pitch?
is going through and why?
Sure.
Kind of?
Cool. So it's a hacking game, and basically it'll teach you the basic tools for hacking and give you a bunch of options about how to go about that. But right now, Robot's going through the early stages, which are designed to get you more familiar and comfortable with using the command line for things and getting around and understanding how all these systems and basic security concepts work. And he's sort of in the middle of that at the moment, but where the game's taking that is giving you more, I guess, almost like puzzles, but that sort of seems the wrong way of putting it. It more put you in interesting environments and challenges and security setups and networks and corporations that you've got to use the fact that you're now comfortable in this digital world and network to like look for different flaws in or find holes and investigate. And that's sort of where the game's going. But yeah, Hacknet's designed to look realistic enough that you can't play at an airport, but teach you, not be approachable, but just teaches you really well. Is my sort of goal behind it.
Very cool. So are people learning to really hack in this game?
Well, I can tell you for sure that if you're not a hacker and you play this game, you'll be a lot closer to being a hacker. But I'm not gonna be like training an army of hackers with the game. That's like know what I'm about. It's not what the game's about. But if you're looking to be more comfortable with like thinking about and knowing about security stuff, sure, it's going to give you plenty of that. Like it spends a whole bunch of time talking about digital security and teaching you how to use a terminal. Those are pretty fundamental hack skills, but like a lot of the programs and actually dangerous bits of the game are abstracted away as to not make it really dangerous. But that's also kind of the fun of it, right?
Well, yeah, it's not actually dangerous. That's what makes it a game in a lot of senses.
I mean, there are some dangerous bits, but don't get carried away, right? Hey, come on, just don't be crazy and think about what you're doing, and everything will be fine. It'll be fine.
It's good.
It's all fake, right?
It's all
Most of
okay.
it.
Oh, an interesting question has been asked in the chat. Knub TW wants to know if you can write shell scripts to automate tasks on it.
All right, this is a question I actually get asked a bunch, and the answer is no, although I did prototype it to see how it would work. It turns out that it's sort of, you end up writing yourself out of a lot of interesting parts of the game. where like if you write a shell script that you know will break into everything, you're just gonna run it every time, even if that's like not really the optimal way to do it for that system, and like you sort of push yourself into habit. It just turned out bad. Like you'd write one shell script which has all of your like basic commands in order, and then you'll just run it and then you'll stare at the screen, even if it's not like the best way to be doing the thing that you're doing, just because you know that it'll work and it'll give you some time at the end, and it sort of pushes you into a really bad way of playing it. It's something that I really want to add if I ever do like a big expansion or a sequel, because I have some cool ideas about making it more reactive so that that doesn't really work nearly as well. But no, for this one, I took shell scripts out and writing player scripts because I felt like it took away more than it added, if that makes sense. A lot of this design you have to be sort of pretty bold in where you make the decisions and where you draw the lines, and I felt that ruined a lot of the interesting bits of it because it would make you complacent, and that would like put you in a bad position.
No, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I haven't done this at all. That's very interesting.
I'm learning.
Yeah, no, this is a totally different thing than what I did before.
We're probably gonna play this game for another like 10 minutes. Everything ran a little bit late near the end. Things just kept piling up. And we have one more game to play after this, and then we eat cake. So make sure that in this 10 minutes you get exactly what you want out of this super show. All right? Like if there's something you wanted to talk about, or there's a cool story, or you wanted to just anything
Yeah.
that you think is interesting or good or helpful for you or other people watching, pour it on us.
Cool. Will this game kill me, Hitch? No, it probably won't. I'll give good odds on it not killing you. I guess I'm just gonna answer some chat stuff while I think of something to say for that. But
Oh yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
yeah, no, it's alright.
I
Oh good, oh good.
just doing this whole super show thing. I wish I could give everybody like 1,000 hours, but I want you to have what the best outcomes could be.
I feel like you know better than me that spending 1,000 consecutive hours streaming's like probably pretty difficult.
Yeah, the last super
I think
show
you've
we
maybe
did-
done that before, so I don't even know.
The last super show we ran it for 24 hours, and that was definitely too much.
Jeez.
I'm too old
Yeah.
for that. Maybe
I
if
think
I was
everyone's too old
15.
for that. Bonozo apps. Does this game have a lot of sound effects? Yeah, it has a few, but it's more about the music, which was really for the forefront. I spent a lot of time trying to find artists and find songs that really fit it, and I guess my top priority with the game wasn't actually to make it fun. It was to make you feel like a hacker, right? And even if you're doing something that's not fun or that's stressful or it's not an enjoyable experience, if you feel like a hacker, that's cool. That's what I want. And it's like, it turned out to be fun a lot of the time anyway, which was really good.
It's fun to be a hacker, right? It's like
It's so fun, right? It's cool. You should feel cool. And that's the feeling and idea that I wanted to push behind the whole thing. So I spent a lot of time trying to get music that really fit that, and I'm so happy with how the soundtrack turned out. I've got some tracks in there by, if you guys know the Outrun genre, which I got super into during development, which is basically all the Hotline Miami music. That's pretty much where the soundtrack goes as you get more hardcore, and I'm all about that. But yeah, I got a song by Carpenter Brute, who's in Hotline Miami. Remy Gallegos, who's with The Algorithm, has made some excellent artists from the German house scene did a track for it, and it's sort of a lot of different artists that contribute to this like feel, and that was how I wanted to approach it.
whoa, something just started counting down. What does that mean?
What I want to do
What
is
was that? Calvin.
I started doing it. I'm getting traced on that one, I think.
Oh, you're getting traced. Oh, so there's like actual, like this is maybe some of the stressful stuff happening.
Oh, whoa. I don't think you should be trying to hack into that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Abort, abort.
Yeah.
How do I do this? I'm stuck. Okay.
Just go probe it.
Probe it. I probed it.
Yeah. You can use nmap if you want to use the legitimate version of that command. There you go, proxy's done.
Alright, so... Overlook here? Nope. This is the one, the entropy test server. Am I in the wrong thing?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no, I'm.
You
Oh,
just
this
break
one.
it up.
This one. What? Wait. I'm supposed to get into the entropy test server.
Yeah,
right?
you were. Oh well, on the 20-second delay, you're connected to it now. You can always see in the top right where you are.
All right. It won't let me overload this one, or maybe I don't know how to do it.
Is there a special
I know
command
you've
for
already
overload?
overloaded it. Proxy
okay.
bypass.
Oh, proxy bypass. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you overloaded it just before when you were connecting.
I'm just not paying attention.
Yeah, yeah, it's already done. Don't worry. I'm trying to keep up with you on the delay here.
One of the reasons why I wanted Robot to stream this as well, to play it as well, is because I feel like it's the type of game you can't have a conversation while playing.
It's kind of difficult. It actually shows really badly at conventions, which is sort of disastrous. I guess it got a lot better. The first time I brought this to a convention, it was just like a huge stream of people that would sit down to play it and then see the terminal and freak out and leave. And it was just that for 2 days. And then like you'd have 3 or 4 people that would sit down instead and they would just play it for like 4 hours straight at a convention, which was kind of amazing, but it sort of made me like a bit terrified for the release. Oh god, we got this whole convention and like 3 people play it, but they really loved it, and apparently the planet's just really big and there are a lot of people like that, so hopefully it does okay.
That is one of the nice things about digital distribution, is it reaches the whole planet pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I got a German website, no, sorry, Russian website, made an infographic about the game like the other day. I'm like, I can't even translate it because it's in an image, and I'm like, I had no idea how much I wanted this until it happened. It was pretty great.
Infographic about
Yeah,
your
an
game.
infographic.
Oh, I'm kind of jealous.
I think it's got like facts about me on it, I think, because it's like I can see my name, but everything else is in Russian. So it's pretty exciting. Yeah, although I brought it to a convention about a couple of weeks ago with a lot of the improvements from the early game, and that's helped a lot. It's really encouraging to see, actually, because I was kind of scared about releasing it and nobody in the world being able to beat the tutorial. So actually having convention goers come and play it was really great. Actually, one of the fastest people to beat the tutorial was like an 8-year-old girl that came up and played on her own. She crushed it.
Awesome.
It was so awesome.
That's really cool.
Actually, I got some really good news recently.
Hobbs
You make
is
it
hanging
very
out
difficult.
apparently. Hobbs wants to be a hacker too. That's really cool. So just like to get some more little just like basic game information out there before we have to
Oh,
end
yeah,
the
yeah,
stream.
sorry.
But just like, how long do you think a playthrough of the game is gonna take for people? Like, how long should you expect to be enthralled by the game itself? And like, right now they're not really getting subjected with the story, but there is actually a story that's also happening. I don't know how much of that you want to talk about, but
Oh yeah, okay, so I had a friend play through the whole game and he recorded the whole thing and uploaded it privately to YouTube. And I basically like watched through his entire playthrough and like paused it whenever I saw something I didn't like and fixed it and kept watching. His playthrough took a little over 6 hours and he found 0 secrets. And there are some filthy hidden secrets in this game. I know that from my Steam forums, one of the people who got an early access key was streaming it for like 5 hours the other day and he didn't get all that far, so there should be a lot of gameplay there, like enough, I think. But yeah, I think an average playthrough will take about 6 hours. There are 2 paths through the game. There's enough alternate missions and stuff that you can play it like maybe 3 times without having to repeat too much.
oh, cool.
And if you're looking to find all the secrets, you're in for like a long ride.
Yes, Calvin is going to lose productivity now.
That's excellent.
I'm also looking forward to whatever the multiplayer is. Actually, me and the other programmer on Upsilon Circuit, we were
Yeah.
like,
Yeah?
we need to do this.
They're ready.
Send me an email afterwards and I'll get you an early copy of the multiplayer stuff.
You have
Okay,
some
cool.
beta testers.
Yeah, we would be
I
happy.
can tell you right now that it's basically like 1v1 competitive and it's all about metagame and just like outthinking them. So you've just like the best strategy is to connect to something and just line wait as a trap and just be like watching those logs, and as soon as they connect, you download the log, you like clear all traces of you crash the computer so they can't find you, then you like go back to your computer, look at their file and find out where they came from, and then you just like wait until they move somewhere you don't like and strike, and you're both doing this to each other at the same time. So that's sort of multi.
Sounds excellent.
It's pretty intense. We'll see how it works out. I think I got a bit too good at it, so it's hard to see if it's actually fun. But yeah, fun if you're not thinking about it on that level. But we'll see. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Something about the release. Yeah, it's coming out in like 3 days, on the 12th on Steam and a bunch of other places. 3 days.
Oh, so you and the Wanderlust Adventures, you're like, this is perfect timing for you guys. Everybody get excited.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
This is coming out really soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, keep an eye on it. I'm gonna paste the website again into chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you can also feel free to hang out in chat and answer any questions that anyone has. If there's any more like extreme, more
absolutely.
in-depth things that anyone wants to ask.
Oh, if anyone's going to PAX Oz, I'm actually part of the PAX Indie Showcase there, so I'm gonna have one of those special booths, and I'll be on some panels and stuff. That's going to be really exciting. So I'm going to be at PAX Oz with Hacknet for sure, hopefully showing off some either mod support or multiplayer or the ports to other platforms or whatever happens after release. But
Awesome.
there's definitely some cool stuff going on there.
Calvin, have you been enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I kind of haven't been paying a whole lot of attention.
You
'cause-
hacked all the things. You got an award. You made an achievement, Calvin.
Yeah,
You achieved
I
things.
achieved stuff. I got a part of the
So,
intro.
Calvin, just real quick
Oh, nice.
before we end this portion, what do you think of the game, and why do you think people should play it, and all the things? Like, what was your experience? Because it's really hard when you're just like sitting there playing and in depth and doing the thing.
Okay, there's something really fun and interesting about exploring systems, like, and I mean systems in general. Like understanding how systems work is a lot of fun. And then like exploiting and getting those systems to do things you don't want to do. And that's like a lot of the fun of actual hacking is like messing around with things and being somewhere you're not supposed to be and doing something you're not supposed to do. And this lets you do this without actually breaking any laws in a game environment. And
You might be breaking some laws.
that's fantastic. So it's
I'm really glad you like it, especially hearing that is that I think you're really gonna like where the end game goes, if that's what you're into,
tell,
like
like-
exploring systems.
I got a hint of it before, and I was just like I didn't get to show like there's this spot. You have to understand there's this spot where like stuff is coming down the screen and they're tracing you, and you're trying to get through this thing before it is, and you're running a ton of different other programs, and you got to worry about how much memory you've allocated and all kinds of stuff, and it's super cool.
Dude, Robot, check out this screenshot I put into chat, and like look at the map down the bottom.
Look at that one.
Boop. My leg is not a good mouse pad.
Give me
Here.
this. Oh my gosh, there are so many
Whoa.
notes.
What is
Yeah,
that?
look at the ports required to crack on this thing. Like, I don't know, I'm so excited about seeing how people react to like the end of the game and like the real security when you're not just like you can't just break into stuff like whenever you want. You've really got to know about how they work and what's going on behind the scenes and
In the demo,
research the people that work there and stuff.
in the demo, I got into a couple servers that weren't like a part of the like tutorial or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I found some secrets even in that, so that was fun.
Nice. I can tell you that one of the more secret parts of Hacknet involves modifying, like hacking something into your save file from outside of it. So, like, look forward to some disgusting, super secrets, because
Awesome.
apparently my ones that I thought were pretty secret aren't secret enough. So I can get away with doing this sort of thing.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yep, I wish you the best of luck, because I know that games that don't have like the super shiniest of 3D graphics everywhere tend to have trouble getting attention. So hopefully
Yeah,
the fact that
I
your
think
game is
the
so
marketing's
different
gone.
and cool.
The marketing's gone so well so far,
Awesome.
and it's so hard to complain about that. Like, I think the trailer's closing in on 100,000 views now.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice!
And,
Congratulations.
yeah. Thank you. There's like a lot of really amazing feedback. A lot of people are like saying they're really into the game and like streaming it and are pretty excited. So I really had no idea how the game was going to do and how I was supposed to approach it from like a marketing thing. And I think I'm really happy with how it's going and really happy with how people think of it. I'm just really excited in general right now. So
Awesome. That's really
thanks for
awesome.
having me on, guys.
Yeah, no, it's been our pleasure. Definitely, it's great to meet you. It's always nice
Yeah,
to
you
meet
too.
a developer that you like. For Calvin, especially, I handed it to Calvin because I'm like, I don't think I have enough time to actually learn how to play this game. Unfortunately, because I got 150 games I had to play in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's madness. You did such a great job organizing this whole thing, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, my pleasure, really. But it's just great to meet developers that you respect. I think that's that's.
Oh,
one
thanks
of
so
the
much.
things. Like as a dev, meeting other devs, there's just nothing better. I think so. Have an awesome day. I know it's kind of like afternoon now at this point for you.
Yeah, it's 3:30 for me.
Yeah. So have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for being on the show, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Hope the rest of the stream goes really well.
I hope so too. It's almost over. Thank goodness. I'm
You can
ready
make
for
it. I
cake.
believe in you.
The cake is coming. It'll be soon. All right. See you later.
All right, hit me
Bye.
up if you want to check out multiplayer. But I'll talk to you guys later.
I will, definitely. Okay. Bye.
Excellent.
Bye.
I'd see you guys.
Whew. All right. Going right next to the one that is the next one. We're doing things. Tired. Calling.
You really
I'm
tired?
Hey, I
Aw.
have been here. You could
thing.
leave if you wanted. Hi.
Greetings, Daniel West.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, it is going awesome.
I
You
should
guys
like.
must be tired after, what, 14, 15 hours of
Yeah.
live streaming?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
fine.
Calvin's fine. I'm like, bleh. But I've also kind of been present a
been
lot more than Calvin
doing it.
has.
I've
He's
been
been
just
actually
kinda
just
chilling out.
watching the show.
I can
mostly.
stay and hang out now, so
Sure
that I
thing.
can keep you in
Actually,
focus.
do you want to play this? I've already gotten to play this.
Okay.
You want to try it out?
Oh, this is the octopus thing.
Yes, you know who Daniel is.
I do. I can tell because of his Skype icon.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played this yet.
This, to everybody who's observing it, this is called Airscape Fall of Gravity. And it is made by Daniel West, who is here, who is the disembodied voice that is in the chat.
Hi.
Oh, I've got to. Oh no! What have I done?
Are you breaking things already?
Yes.
So, do you want to start off by just kind of telling everybody who's watching kind of
Can we
who you are and what you're doing?
turn the rotation
Sure.
significantly
So-
down? I get like.
You can turn the rotation rate down, yes, if that's what you're asking. But hold on, I'll get into that. I'll just describe the game first. So yeah, I'm Daniel West. I'm part of the team Cross Product. We're international, basically all students. And yeah, we've been working on this game for a little while. And it is going to be released on the 11th of August. So in like 3 days.
That is so. Two games, Hacknet and yours, are literally releasing on Calvin and I's or Robot and I's our anniversary.
Wow,
So
awesome.
that's really cool. I didn't
Okay,
know
so
it
to
was a
change
hot
the
release.
rotation rate, it's in game, and you press the left and right bumper.
Oh,
You're actually in game.
I didn't notice that. There was another command somewhere at some point to do that. That's
And
neat, because that way.
it might be bugged with that at the moment. I'm not sure, but I think it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's something we added recently due to player feedback. They really wanted, a good way to do it. So you can turn it all the way down, and then when it's really low, you can hit a button to orient yourself. So yeah, we have a few things in there to keep the sanity of people who might suffer from a little bit of motion sickness. And it's especially good for live streams like this because watching it is a lot more dizzy and
Oh,
being in
that makes
control.
sense. Yeah. So we just turned down the game audio a little more so your voice comes through better.
Oh, sure. Sure thing.
So this is awesome. I'm really excited that we got to get you in the Super Show. You were kind of like a last minute addition.
Yeah, it's great.
Take the end slot. We knew it was coming, but
Hmm.
like
Yeah, no, it's good. Good time for me as well. It's right in the afternoon here in Australia. Um, so yeah, it was very convenient, and thank you for having me on. This is exciting.
My pleasure. It's a very neat game, so we're happy to be showing people it.
Thank you. All right. So yeah, so I'll be watching on a little bit of a 20-second delay, so anything I narrate might be a little bit in the past.
Fish.
But
I got a fish.
Alright,
so
is
yeah,
that,
that's one of your goals is to go around and rescue those fish which have been captured. Sorry, go on.
what- is is there some? I vaguely recall when I was playing through it, you can switch from being this little octopus to something else.
No, there are other octopus that you eventually rescue, and
Oh,
they each have different abilities, and you might or might not get up to that in this demo. You probably will get to unlock the very first one. So yeah, that'll and yeah, they each have different abilities, different weaknesses, and so yeah, the two players.
No, my thing. He took it. It's so bad. I
you
didn't
could
rescue
chase
fish.
it maybe. Or is it time?
Oh,
You just dove. I have to say, watching the little legs come off of the octopus when he dies, that's just, whew, that's heavy.
It is heavy, and you know, like, yeah, it's kind of sad every time you die. You've got to feel bad that you've killed this octopus.
And it's such an adorable octopus too.
It's true.
Although actually, I was thinking about this. I'm like,
Nope.
this is all kind of done in an alien world where gravity is strange and all these things.
Mm.
How big is this octopus? Because this is really big. I don't know if
I
he's
like
cute
to, I
enough.
like to think that he's because he is based off a real species of octopus called the Dumbo octopus, which you could Google it and it looks exactly like that.
They
They
have
have
little
little
ears.
Yeah, it literally it's called the Dumbo octopus because it has ears. I'll find a link to it and then post it in the chat.
Oh, awesome.
It looks, but yeah. So I would like to think it's about the same size as that, which is small. But to have the scale make sense, those trees must also grow really small in that environment because otherwise it would be like a giant octopus.
Cool.
So yeah, scale consistency isn't exactly something that we focused on.
Scale.
Oh,
Don't
those are
jump into
bombs.
bombs.
Those are bombs.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pro tip.
Watch out. Bombs.
So how's the reception been for this so far? You say it's releasing in 3 days, but you've had it. Have people been playing it at shows and things like that, or?
Yeah, sure thing. I played it at I had it at PAX East, PAX Prime, PAX Australia, and yeah, people seem to really enjoy it. Yeah, got lots of good feedback. Yeah, everything. It was people do seem to like it. It is. They do realize as you go on that it is quite a difficult game, which on the surface it might not look like that.
Yeah, the cuteness
But
is deceptive. I
The cuteness
discovered
is
that.
deceptive.
I discovered that it ramps up at a very nice pace, but it's still pretty cruel after a while.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, that's right. And the audio, I love how the audio shifts when you jump into water versus when you're out of the water.
Yeah, definitely.
That's beautiful. It's a nice touch. Now, it's really late, so you may have already mentioned this, but how many people are working on this game?
So there's 4 of us. We have Sam, who's the musician. He is in Boston, so he's responsible for the awesome music that you'll be hearing. Then we have Claudia, who did the environment artwork, Dieter, who did some other artwork, and myself, I do all the design and programming.
So you designed the game and you programmed it. So you're the only programmer.
Yes. Yeah, only programmer.
Were there any programming challenges in this? Because this is kind of lots of physicsy kind of spinning.
Are there any programming challenges? It's not a
Yeah,
it's not a
well,
question.
Well, you know what I mean, Calvin.
yeah, I mean, when I was starting out, everything was a programming challenge, really, because I didn't have a lot of programming knowledge. Especially the gravity shifting and especially going between different gravity zones and making it really smooth. Um, like when you jump into an opposing gravity area.
I guess we're just getting out of here with one.
Calvin, you're bad.
This game.
So you said this is kind of like your design as well. Like you're like the main designer for it. What
Yeah.
gave you the inspiration for the game? It's a little
So
unusual.
yeah, so originally the game engine that I'm making it with ran a competition with the theme of rotation, and you had to use a feature that they recently added where you can actually rotate the entire game. So I sort of thought about that, and recently I've been playing, getting really into stuff like Super Meat Boy and things like that. So I thought, oh, I'll make a platformer, and then obviously Super Mario Galaxy was a big inspiration. So all those things kind of came together, and I'm like, I'll make this platformer, and then the octopus idea wasn't mine. That came a bit later. My sister saw this really cute picture of an octopus in a biology textbook, and she's like, "Oh, look how cute this is! You should totally put it in the game." And she drew up a mock-up, and it was basically perfect for this game. And really fortunate that I did go with the octopus, because the water system, which is pretty big part of the game now, that was only added later. So
Oh,
yeah.
I can't imagine this game without it. Interestingly.
Yeah, I know. Well, the original version of the game didn't have any water at all. Yeah. Someone's also asking what engine was this made in. It was made in Construct 2.
Oh, cool.
How challenging of a engine is that? I don't know very much about it.
Oh, it's super easy to use. It's designed for total beginners, really. And actually, it's more like when you're trying to make a game this big, you run into a lot of obstacles due to the fact that it is designed for smaller games and beginners.
So you kind
And
of
also the
push
fact that it
limits.
runs in exactly push the limits, and the fact that it runs in HTML5 as well.
That's good though.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, but it's also bad because you have to rely on Google Chrome to fix their bugs,
Oh.
which they don't.
Jamie wrote his adventure builder game in Construct 2. That's where I've seen this before. Almost. Yeah, I like pushing like simple systems to their limits. So I actually our first game was a MMO written in Visual Basic.net. So
Oh wow.
I totally get
Jeez.
yeah, I totally get like taking like an engine as simple as Construct and building a game that looks this good and plays this well out of it.
Yeah, it's very important to have support from the developers, which thankfully they've been really good. About helping out things like that. Now I noticed that the rotation rate went back up. Did you set that yourself, or
Yep.
was that a bug? That I
No,
had?
no, I put it back up.
You did.
Oh, okay, good.
I was like,
Bugs.
more maybe instead of less. Somebody had said in the chat that the good way to do it is to have it way up. So
Yeah,
I tried
that's
it.
that depends on really who you are, how you like to play. For the viewer's sake, I would usually say turn it down a little bit, but
This
if you turn it down a lot, the game becomes quite different.
Yeah,
So
I
in
tried
this
turning
level-
it down really loud. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so in this level, you'll be rescuing the first other new octopus. Let me know to finish it. And so yeah, sorry, what was I going to say? Yeah, you can turn the rotation rate, and this is a feature we added recently, which I think is really cool. You can actually turn it all the way down to 0, and the screen doesn't rotate at all, which actually is really interesting mode of play, and I thought it would completely break the game, but it actually doesn't. And to help out with that, there's a button that you can press to reorient the angle of the view to yourself. So it's pretty interesting as a way to to help those people who can't stand the spinning screen.
Yeah, it's a little rough for me, unfortunately. I think it's a
Yeah.
really sweet game, oh, you just died.
No.
And it's challenging and stuff, but I have stupid eyes. That's what
Yeah.
I basically.
Yeah. Like, have you noticed that when you're playing it or just watching? Because pretty universally, playing is a lot better than watching.
Yep.
Playing
I've
it too is a little rough, but watching is
Yeah, sure.
definitely hard.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like, I run into a few people who just can't even play it because of the screen rotation. So hopefully those accessibility features, like turning it off completely, will let people like that play it and enjoy it.
Left
Oriented
trigger
now, the
deploy.
left trigger. Yeah, Calvin's going to demonstrate this for everyone.
Oh, pops.
Yeah, it pops you right to wherever your little tentacles are is where the top goes, I guess.
No, that didn't
no,
work.
you have to switch to
Oh,
the
now
other
I
side
see that.
first.
Okay.
You can't just stop. It's not gonna stop for you. These are not polite obstacles trying to kill you.
Oh, jeez. I can't do this part without the rotation.
You can no, you just pick the rotation you want.
I know, but like,
Yeah,
Remember
swimming
the trick.
without the rotation takes a little while to get used to. It's basically like you're playing a totally different game at that point.
That's
Yeah,
kind
it
of
feels
awesome.
like an isometric racer from the arcade.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay.
Turn it back
on. Just because otherwise this would just last forever. Yeah. What was hard is now instantly easy.
Yeah, good
I
job.
also like the zooming in and out as you speed up. That's nice.
Well,
Makes
yeah,
sense.
it doesn't actually zoom as you speed up. There are just sort of predetermined zones of like how far out the view pans and how far in it pans, and those are purely just related to where you are, not actually how fast you're moving.
Oh.
Yeah, in the original version of the game, you had full control over the zoom. But that ended up being a horrible idea because everyone just instantly turned it all the way as far out as you could possibly zoom at the beginning of every single level and just left it there the entire time.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
because that's sort of what you want. You want to be able to see as much as possible. But when you zoom out, you also lose a sense of speed.
Always faster.
We've got a new octopus. What does this purple octopus do? What does it do?
I don't know.
So there's this purple octopus. You hold down a button when you're in the air and it can float. And as a trade-off, it also has a lot lower friction, so you'll be sliding around on the ground everywhere. So yeah, it's useful sometimes, and sometimes it's a pain in the neck.
And you have to commit to an octopus for the whole level? Is that?
No, oh yeah, for the whole level you have to commit to the octopus. Yeah,
So this is like
but you
the
can change it at the beginning of every level.
Princess Peach octopus. Oh.
Princess Peach octopus, exactly.
Oh, look at those bolts curving around the planet. Oh, that feels weird in my head. I love it.
Nope, that didn't. Oh.
That was lasers.
Mm.
There's also something above you.
Yeah, but I can't get it. It's impossible.
Oh, yeah, you have to go around first.
I'm just gonna laser
Sorry.
myself again. Thanks.
Sorry.
No, it's.
So, this game's releasing in a couple of days.
Oh my God.
How stressed
Yes.
out are you?
Oh, pretty stressed. We're actually doing pretty well. I'm sort of trying to work on the launch trailer at the same time as fixing bugs, at the same time as testing everything. So
Pretty
that's
well.
fun. But you know, it's all right. I think it's definitely not as bad as it could be. Definitely not as bad as it could be. And we've done pretty well in terms of our schedule around launch and everything. So yeah, it's exciting, and it'll be scary when the review embargo comes out on the 10th and all the reviews come out.
Was I just
Hopefully we get some.
It's one of the biggest challenges is getting reviews and press to notice you.
Exactly.
So hopefully that goes well. Do you have help doing that?
Yeah, we're working with Evolve PR, a PR company.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good. Doing that all myself is just very stressful, and sending out cold emails and everything is time consuming and difficult and not very effective as well, from what I found.
Yeah, it's tough. It's one of the hardest parts of being an indie dev. So to have help with that part
Definitely.
is probably a very smart move on your part.
Hope so.
Calvin is bad.
Oh no. I just died right near the end.
Yes.
Calvin. So let's play another one more level, and then we're gonna probably call it Cakes Time, which you are more than welcome to hang out for.
Sure.
You'll be watching us eat cake instead of play video games as we celebrate surviving the 15 hours.
Is that it? This is over? It was cake.
That was yeah. You sat here and watched the whole time, Calvin. This last 2 games you have played, so you've worked real hard, Mister. That's like a person who plays video games watching someone else make a game for like 10 minutes and go, see, yeah, making games is easy.
I'm doing great here.
A lot of people are saying that it seems pretty disorienting to watch. Is that something that you're a little concerned about, or do you feel like that's just...
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't design the game to watch. I design the game to play. But I feel like with the rotation rate options and everything like that, I'm hoping that it'll be okay in terms of live streams and YouTubers and everything. Hoping anyway. I mean, yeah. I mean, what can you do really when you have a game like this? You know, I guess you have to make some sacrifices in that department. As long as it's a good experience when you're actually playing.
I think that's going to last a little longer than it does.
What are you talking about? The lasers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Calvin's trying out the no rotation mode again.
Oh, okay.
In every
So-
time.
He's getting shot by bullets and zapped by lasers.
No.
So how many worlds are there? There's this overworld I noticed where there's like this map
Yeah.
of different places, and we've visited all of like 2.
2, yeah, there are 18.
There are 18. So how many hours of gameplay do you think that should surmount to, assuming they have
So-
levels of skill better than ours?
Yeah, well, with a game like this, the hours that you get will vary wildly depending on how good you are and how bad you are. So to play basically the main core of the game and get up to, you know, the official ending, I just heard it took them 5 hours, and I have no idea how good they are at games like this. But then, in the spirit of similar games, the end is never the end, and there's a lot of content after and beside, 100%ing everything, so there's definitely a lot of stuff there.
I'm just...
Calvin, stop talking to yourself.
Sorry.
He's just leaping into bullets endlessly. And then
Yeah,
feeling
this is a bit of a rough level to end on, because this one usually takes quite a while.
Yeah, he
You've
seems
got
to be doing
three little
horribly,
three little mini sections you have to complete.
Speedrunning this would be wild, says Bonkman. Have you seen anyone try to speedrun it in its current state yet?
I
know it's
haven't.
really
I've speedrun it. I just did it the other day. Speedran the main, so an any percent speedrun I did in just over an hour.
Oh, nice.
That was probably with a few hundred deaths.
Is there a death counter?
So, not in game, but after you finish the game, you see how many deaths
Oh,
that
that was
you
it?
that you had.
Oh, that's cool. So there is a death counter, but it only tells you once you've won.
And there are also achievements for having a certain amount of deaths,
Awesome.
named after
Off right into it.
octopus food dishes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, that's very cool.
Every time.
I love that there's this, like, you've got these cute little octopus creatures, and there's this very alien element happening in all of this,
Mhm.
not in just like how the physics of things works, but there's actually like these waypoints, these like save spots are very obviously some sort of like alien technology.
Yeah.
What made you decide to have like that kind of combination?
I don't know. I liked the aesthetic of having sort of like, you know, you can very easily say the mechanical aliens have invaded this natural world and taken it over and replaced everything. So it's sort of like a nice aesthetic combination of natural stuff and unnatural. And honestly, initially, for the very first version of the game, I was doing the art. So I was like, I can do artwork for trees, and then I can also do some mechanical, square-looking stuff. It's not that hard. Easy. But then obviously, as we got some real artists, we've added a bit more variety.
Programmer art is
Bad
generally not
this one.
considered the best art.
'Cause
Nope.
But
screwed up.
sometimes you can do all of it, but not having to do all of it is also really good. So
So I have to go back to the one that I like bad, huh?
So you can hit the checkpoint again, yeah, which will actually save your progress in the level.
No,
what are you doing, Calvin?
whatever I want.
So for everybody who's watching and seeing how horrible Calvin is playing and believing that they can play better, you've got like 3 days and then you can purchase the game.
That's
Or-
right.
Yeah. Aside from Steam, is it going to be anywhere else as well, or are you kind of mainly focusing your release on Steam?
It'll be on Steam and the Humble Store as well, and up on the just up on our website, which I will post in the chat.
Yes. Are you using a Humble widget to sell the keys?
We will, yeah.
I'm
yeah, it's
assuming
not up right now.
that'll include Steam keys as well when you do the Humble.
That'll include Steam keys as well, yeah.
So in that case, people definitely try to make a point of going to the Airscape game website to make the purchase, because when you buy things through the Humble widget, the developers actually get a bigger cut, which is
That's right.
super nice. So it's just a little extra support for the game devs, because Steam has enough money. They're fine. They really are. Their employees
Yeah.
get to like take vacations on islands. So
they just had a massive tournament of their own games, so
yes, they're fine. So that's definitely where you guys want to just bookmark it or email it to yourself. That is where you want to go in 3 days. It'll be released, which is awesome. Are there any other notes or things that you want Calvin to do in the game or check out before we switch to cake eating?
Not really. I mean, there are obviously a lot more zones, but it's certainly getting to all of those in a few minutes would be impossible. So I think you've covered it pretty well.
I wish I was slightly more with it. I can feel my like brain goo not being as good as it was this morning.
Or maybe the cake will help.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to cake, that's for sure. Thank you so much. Like, so much for being here. I'm really glad that we got to show your game off.
Thank you so much for putting this on. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure all the developers would agree this was fantastic.
It's definitely been
Really nice of you both.
Always. Hopefully I can do more of these in the future.
Definitely.
That would definitely be awesome. I'm looking forward to it already. Like, I got so many games that I wanted to show off that I couldn't. Like, just not
Yeah.
enough time. This is me right now, after only 15 hours. Imagine, like, what it would be if I had decided to do more hours of this.
Yeah, that is.
And it's hard, like, just the amount of time I've been able to give each game wasn't really enough, it felt like, for almost every single game. So,
Yeah.
really hard.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we're gonna switch to cake now that we've, kind of spun everyone around and made them nauseous. We're gonna show you food, and you are more than welcome to hang around for this. So don't feel like if you have like a cupcake, or if anyone in chat, if
Yeah,
you have any
bring your own
cake-like
cake.
objects, this is bring your own cake time. This is what we do. I'm gonna go get the cake.
Oh, I feel a little spinny too.
You do.
That's good.
I'll be right back. Cake.
So what kind of cake do you have?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know. She got this cake. I have no idea what kind.
Is it homemade? Is it store bought?
It's very store bought. That's kind of like part of
I-
this is that it has to be store bought.
I
Has to
can
be like
bake an
super fake
awesome
cake.
I can't get over there. Your stupid legs are in the way. Here we go. Stupid legs. Boop. You're planning on just putting the cake on your lap?
Yes, and eating the cake.
It says indie. You're holding it. So, okay. Yeah, that
I'm
works.
putting it
Indie
up
love.
to the camera.
I decorated it. We can
What kind
use
of
this
cake is it?
camera.
What kind of cake?
This is a caramel something.
You should put the headphones back on.
Oh, right. You've been
Indie
here
love.
for 15 hours.
So good.
Yes.
So good.
I need the mouse. Where did it go? Thanks. So we're gonna bite into this, and then actually, technically, the Super Show is gonna be over, but somebody else from the main menu team is going to be streaming more indie games that got submitted to the Super Show that I just was like, there's no way I'll be conscious for this. So we'll be switching over to that, the hosting of that, shortly after having had a few bites of cake. Ooh, wow, this looks kind of delicious and messy and scary.
It's cake.
Cake! Thanks everybody so much for showing up, for hanging out in the chat. Apparently, some people here have been here the whole time,
That's insane.
which is nuts because
Wow.
I can't believe we were here the whole time.
yeah. It's gonna be Ike Kaspar, Bonkman. We're gonna be hosting her. And she's gonna play a couple games. I believe Bacon Man will be played. Mm-hmm. And I forgot.
We work with those guys in the same office.
Actually, we do.
They're cool people.
Why are you biting? Okay,
I'm
stop. This slice mentality, so that we don't eat the rest of this cake and we can like bring it
There's no rules.
into the office.
No.
Okay, fine. We're gonna get fat. Look at this, indie devs. We're gonna get fat for you. This is what we're doing. Awesome. Anyone else eating any cake?
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to put pictures up of the cake.
Yeah. If you have
I was
cake.
tempted to buy some cake and bring it, but no,
That
I'm out
one.
of time and money.
Yeah.
I'm on a shoestring indie budget here. You know, I can't just afford cake all the time.
Yeah. This is a day old cake. I got it on the discounts.
Nice.
They're better the second day anyhow. I don't know why people think old cake is bad. Nom.
Last time we ran the Super Show, we made a big deal out of the caking time. And we had people in chat and everywhere posting pictures of the cake that they were eating.
There were a couple like brownies and cookies too. Those are acceptable. No cake emotes.
And also, there were like way more people watching us eat cake last time.
There's still like 300 people watching us eat
I
cake
like
right
that.
now.
That's okay. I like that that's happening. I think that's ridiculous.
We're eating cake. Everybody on the front page. Come on in. We're
2
gonna.
in the morning on the front page of
No,
Twitch.
no, is this legitimately like a game, or is Twitch gonna say, does cake eating really count as a game?
It's part of a talk show. It's fine.
As to the is it a game debate? I mean, it's
Oh.
important at looking at, you know, all sorts of things and seeing if they truly are games or not.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, there's no user interaction.
I'm interacting with this cake. I don't know
I
about
don't
you.
know.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it
guess-
looks interactive.
Yeah.
How do you beat a cake?
It's like that
Well, you eat the whole thing.
Peter Molyneux's game where you're taking away pixels out of a cube. We're taking away parts of the cake.
Together.
There could be something inside. We find out together.
Okay. I've had enough cake. I don't need to eat a whole cake. We're not. That's not what this is about.
Oh my god, this is so much. This is like really, really rich and
It's yeah.
too
I'm
much.
taking this away from you too. So that, everybody, was the Indie Dev Super Show. This is something that we have hosted. This is the third time in 3 years that we have done a Super Show, and each time we have had awesome indie devs on the show. And at some point, you can look forward to me doing another one, as well as, and this is actually mildly relevant for you, Daniel, I want to, at some point in the future, check back with a bunch of the devs that were on the Super Show already, and kind of do like a where are they now kind of thing.
Awesome. That sounds great.
Regardless of success or failure, or happiness and sadness, or octopus versus sushi, or whatever, you know, all the things. I'm very curious to see where you are. I don't know how long from now, but sometime from now in the future, you will do that.
Sure.
All right, so at this point, I think let me just check. I have to find out if iCasper is streaming. What I can let you go at this point, Daniel, so you're not like sitting here along with this chaos that was ensuing. But if you want to throw a link in one more time into chat, please do.
Yes, sure.
178 people want to know because they stuck around
Sure
for
thing.
us eating cake.
Right, yeah, and I guess thanks again for having me. It was
My
awesome.
pleasure. It's been awesome. Every single game has been great, and yours is definitely no exception. It's a very
Thank
cool
you.
game. It's charming and challenging at the same time, which is a fun mix. So.
Thanks. All right, enjoy the cake.
Yes, enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. I enjoy sleeping. Anyway,
Yes,
see ya.
we are
We
going
will,
to
we
go to
will.
sleep.
All right.
Okay.
So
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh, so awkward. I this whole Super Show. Anytime I'm in charge of saying goodbye,
Yeah,
I'm
it's like,
horrible at it.
oh, and like, oh, and such
I
and
just-
such. You do that
I'm
on
just-
every stream
I
to
know.
everybody.
There's
Just
like
do that
always
to people
last
in real life.
thoughts and ideas, and
And I'm just like,
I'm bad
see ya.
at saying goodbye
And
to
then
people.
I'm gone, and they didn't hear me. I just have disappeared.
You just left. It's
Yeah.
over. Okay,
See ya.
so where am I going?
What
am
are
I
you doing now?
I am
You want
trying
to
to
you
get
want to
information.
host their stream?
I do. I
You
want to
could
host a specific
Go on to
stream.
Twitch over there. I will entertain people with my fork.
I'm not going to. Here we go.
You go over there and you can click on the.
I found the
You don't
thing.
want to be like, "Are you streaming?" You
No,
go to
I
the
don't
Twitch
want to
thing.
be like, are you streaming? I got this. Gee whiz. Don't make math
Where do-
assumptions upon my actions.
Where did our chat go?
Our chat's right there. What do you mean, where'd our chat go?
Oh, I mean, I can't see it.
Oh,
We could be interacting with humans.
we could be interacting with you, Miss. I hope everybody who's been watching has enjoyed the stream. Because I know I enjoyed the stream. Can you tell how awake I am,
It's
guys?
too far away.
The fork is too far away?
I can't use it on the cake because the cake.
The
is
cake
over there.
is too far away. Use fork. Click on cake. All right, let's see if the stream has started yet. And if it hasn't, I'm going to give her a poke. And if it has, gaming talk shows.
Loading video.
She's
There is stream
on it.
happening.
Bacon Man is
Bacon Man
happening.
is currently playing.
Calvin,
Oh my gosh!
take the Robot
Quick.
Loves Kitty thing and host. That's something you have to do.
I don't even need headphones anymore.
He's got energy. He's cake powered. All right, so if you guys want to raid, I'm pretty sure we can do that as well. You just need the username,
What is
which
it?
is iCasper, Kasperr. The letter I, Kasperr. And you should be able to host right there. And we're gonna raid, so you can just say Super Show after party. That's what you want to type. You just want to type, yay, Super Show after party.
We're hosting already. You're gone.
Oh no, the chat is still around. They jump in. And all right, so I'm gonna jump over there. We're gone. As soon as I close the stream thingy, I think we start hosting. I don't know how this actually works. So here we go. If you're still around, thanks so much. Have an awesome time, and thanks for coming for the Super Show. Enjoy some more Super Show games that I just didn't have time to play. That's what's happening right when you follow this host. So there you go. Thanks so much, guys.